Hello, fellow travelers, Candy Tobias, and we're here to talk about a great city in the west coast of Florida, St. Petersburg. It's about 2 hours from Orlando. It's just south of Tampa. This is a great getaway that really meets the needs of all different travelers. The art enthusiast is going to love St. Petersburg. We went for a long weekend and really enjoyed our stay. We've been there several times. Also, even for sport enthusiasts, you can go see a baseball game. The Tampa Stadium is not far. It's in walking distance, depending on where you're staying and how far you want to walk, but very easy to get to. So for this trip, we stayed at the Vinoy. It's part of the Marriott hotel chain. We've stayed there a few times, but it's been several years. The rooms had been recently renovated. The hotel is beautiful. It's a pink hotel. You can't miss it, right on the water. As I said, very accessible to restaurants, walking paths, those galleries and museums. So when you walk into the hotel, it's quite impressive. It's a grand entrance. There's a beautiful porch that we spent some time sitting at with comfortable chairs, great service. As soon as you walk through the front doors, you can't help but notice the spectacular floral arrangement. They always have an amazing floral arrangement when you walk in. It's a very charming hotel. It is fairly large and expansive. So when you go to check in, you'll want to see where your room is and probably ask a few questions. The pool is on one end. You may want to be closer to the pool if you have kids. You may not want to be very close to the pool. I will tell you, our room overlooked from a distance the pool, and we didn't have any issues as far as noise. Sometimes being close proximity to a pool can be a bit noisy. The check-in went very well. All of the staff were extremely friendly, very helpful. Please do know, though, there is a resort fee. It's pretty standard and typical these days. Most hotels, larger hotels and resorts are all charging a fee. My candid tip is ask what that fee includes. It changes a lot. I thought for the Vinoy, the resort fee included several things that were very nice that were not typical for some other resorts and fees. The resort fee provided 2 tickets to the Museum of History. You had daily access to e-bikes, and you could take them out for an hour at a time. 2 specialty cocktail drinks per stay. And you also had access to wellness classes, tennis courts, and they include the rackets, and then an enhanced Wi-Fi if you are not a member with Marriott, that you would get enhanced Wi-Fi. We were really happy with the room. We just had a king-size room. It was modern, sleek looking. The lighting was very good. No complaints at all. The bed was comfortable and the bathroom was a good size. The other perk for the Vinoy is that you can utilize the golf at the resort. So the resort is a shuttle ride away. It's a beautiful golf course. We did go over to visit it and we had lunch. It is a private club, but hotel guests can use the golf course. Rates are much more reasonable in the off season. I think it's through September, and then they go up quite a bit as soon as you hit prime time in the season. Now, as I said, the hotel's fairly expansive, and you can get a tad bit lost trying to find certain things. So the restaurant, when you head down, if you are heading in the front door and the front desk is to your right, you want to continue past that, and there's elevators and there's kind of a set of stairs that goes down, and I loved the tile floor with the alligators. But if you see that, you're heading in the right direction to either the restaurant, the pool area, the racquetball courts, tennis courts, and the e-bikes. So a nice pool area. I did mention the golf course. That golf resort also has another pool that guests at this hotel have access to the hotel at the golf course. And some people say it's quieter. When we were there for lunch, it looked about the same to me. It wasn't overcrowded, but it had about the same number of people as the resort seemed to have. Now, finding the e-bikes was a little bit of a challenge. So in the same direction, when you head down by the alligators, instead of veering to the right to the restaurant and pool, there is a hallway to your left. You want to follow that out. It's pretty lengthy, but you will come out and it's a parking garage and all of the bikes are parked right outside. You do need to get the code from the front desk. You have to put in a credit card in case you go over the 1 hour. So you put in the code, you put in your credit card, and then it unlocks. So you have an hour. I suggest timing it. I put it on my watch, set the 1 hour, because I believe it was $20 if you go over. It's $20 an hour. And so we took them out for the hour and then set an alarm for about 50 minutes. So 10 minutes before they were due back, we headed back towards the hotel. You can put them back in the rack and you can take them out for another hour again if you'd like. There are fabulous pathways right outside of the hotel. So along the water, you can walk quite a distance. I biked a large piece of it and it kept going. I ended up turning around. But it's nice to explore whether you're walking or biking the waterways. I mentioned that art lovers will absolutely have a lot to do within the area. Some of my favorites are the Chihuly collection. If you don't know Dale Chihuly, it's the glasswork. It's what's hanging in the Bellagio, all of the flowers. It is spectacular. So that's one that's really nice. The other is the Dali. There's a museum. You can go see that. There's a contemporary art glass. There's a children's museum. There's a Holocaust museum. There is an African-American museum. The Fairgrounds of St. Pete. It's an indoor immersive art and technology museum. And they have over 40 local and international artists. So all different platforms that they showcase their work. Again, a multitude of different places to go and see while you are in the area, more than you're probably going to be able to do. The restaurants are fabulous in the area. You can walk to most of the restaurants. The hotel's kind of right at the end, and the restaurants are in front of the hotel and continue for quite a way. The marina and pier are close by. And as I said, even the baseball stadium, we walk to it. It is a bit of a walk. I'm going to say maybe a mile and a half at the most. But it's a nice way to spend an afternoon or an evening to go see a baseball game. So we had a fabulous time in St. Pete. If you're looking for somewhere for a weekend getaway, or maybe you come to Florida quite a bit and are looking for something new, it's fabulous for even just a couple of nights. If you have any questions or want to know more information, go ahead and put your questions below. Like, follow me. I'm going to do some other options for short getaways so that you can enjoy life and take advantage of some of your time off. Talk again soon.